Okay, guys, good evening to everybody. Again, so as I was saying, today we're gonna start with the speaking session, which is gonna be held by Monica and Bernan Eduardo. So, guys, whenever you're ready, you can start presenting.
Ay, sorry. Voy.
No worries.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, do you see the screen?
Yes, we can see now.
Okay. Today we are talking about hobbies and we are presenting, Eduardo and I are going to present the speaking sessions. We start with a question. Let me see something here. What do you think is a hobby?
Bueno, my hobby, ¿verdad?
No, I think just in general.
No.
Like, it's
What
a
do you think is a hobby? The definition of a hobby. A hobby. Sorry. I'm going to give you a clue. It's like something that you like when you are not working.
Okay, well, the hobby for me it is the activity that takes me out of the routine and frees me from the stress.
Yes,
That's it.
Okay.
Anyone else?
You can do it when you are working or in your free time or
Something that I like that relax for me.
They are the activities that allow me to use my free time. My free time, sorry.
Excellent. Anyone else? Okay, I'm going to give you a little definition. It's an activity that someone does for pleasure when they are not working. It's not for money, but you can get money with the activities, and it's in your free time. It's not in your working time.
Okay, well, I talk about the characteristics. The definition is it's an activity that is done in someone time off. Another characteristic is there is no type of pressure since it is done with pleasure, and it does not have a schedule, right? Okay. What do you think about the hobbies with the previous characteristics, sorry. when I can make an activity about a hobby. What do you think?
Okay, well, I think they are part of the things I said for the last slide, because is when you use your free time for make other activities, when you for example, I don't know, go dancing or ride a bike after work. I don't know.
Okay. Monica, you can.
Mhm.
Okay.
One of the most
Okay.
common questions I receive is improvement pill. I don't know what I want to do in life. How can I find my passion? And that's a pretty important question. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do just that. This episode was brought to you with the help of the guys at Skillshare.com. The first 350 people that click on the link in the description box below will get a 2-month free trial at Skillshare. Now, before we get started, I want to debunk something. A lot of us are under the assumption that there's only one thing out there that can be our passion, that it's predetermined by birth, and that all we have to do is find it. But that's not how it works. The truth of the matter is that there's probably many things that could potentially be your passion. In fact, it's entirely possible to have more than one passion. If you take a look at a lot of very successful people, you'll find that this is generally the case. For example, Tim Ferriss is a well-known author and speaker. But did you know that he was also a competitive dancer, wrestler, and investor? There's only 2 things you need to do in order for you to discover one of your passions. The first is that you must change where you get your dopamine from. Dopamine is the chemical that is released by our brain that motivates us to do things. Without it, you will literally starve to death, even if there was food right in front of you. The release of dopamine is also accompanied by pleasure. The problem nowadays is that dopamine is very easy to get. It's cheap and it's abundant everywhere. Back in the day, we had to do stuff in order to
Pay
get that
attention
dopamine.
with
Most
the
of the time,
definition,
that
please.
meant creating something. You had to build a house. You had to create a nice piece of pottery. You had to go out and tend to your crops. While you worked on these tasks, you were flooded with dopamine and you felt good about the whole process. If you followed this route, you'd naturally become passionate about whatever it is that you did. But nowadays, it's a little bit different. We can now flood our brain with dopamine without having to do much at all. You can surf the web, you can binge watch some TV shows, you can order amazing food to your front door almost instantaneously. And methods like this have become the main sources of dopamine for the majority of people. Now, what's different about these sources of dopamine as compared to the ones we used to get it from? Well, these are forms of consumption, and the ones we used to use are forms of creation. And this is a very important distinction. In order for something to be your passion, it must stem from creation. If you get the majority of your dopamine from a form of consumption, do you know what we call that? We call that an addiction. You're addicted to watching TV. You're addicted to smoking cigarettes. You're addicted to eating junk food. But on the other hand, if we get the majority of our dopamine from a form of creation, that's called the passion. You're passionate about drawing. You're passionate about dancing. You're passionate about farming. So the first and most important thing you have to do in order to find your passion is to turn back your consumption valve. Watch less TV, play less video games, eat less junk food. When you turn back your consumption valve, you force yourself to start looking for dopamine from forms of creation. This is crucial for our next step. The second thing you have to do in order to find your passion is to simply expose yourself to a variety of different forms of creation, to give yourself a chance to get dopamine from these sources instead of forms of consumption. Now, there's no fancy trick to finding these things. You just gotta approach it the old-fashioned way, by trying things out. So what I suggest you to do after successfully completing step number 1 is to search up a list of hobbies. Literally, go on Google and type in list of hobbies Wikipedia. Look through the list, and if you see anything that seems even remotely interesting or fun, write it down. Create a list. Then all you have to do is take this list and ask yourself, which thing would I like to try out first? You should only try out one of these hobbies at a time. You must give yourself enough time to see whether or not you can make this hobby into a passion. If you've successfully followed our first step, which is to drastically tone down the amount of dopamine you get from forms of consumption, what happens next should be automatic. Let's say you picked photography as something you might be interested in. If you followed our first step correctly, you'll naturally do some research on photography. You'll look up some videos, you'll start playing around with a cheap camera or your phone, and after a while you'll know whether or not you actually like this hobby. All of this is fueled by the dopamine that you are no longer getting from forms of consumption, because you're now getting it from a form of creation. And let's say you don't find yourself interested in photography, all you have to do is move on to the second thing on your list. And if that doesn't work out either, try the third thing, and so on and so on. And if you continue to find yourself not interested in anything, then chances are you're not following the first step properly. You have to turn down the amount of dopamine you get from forms of consumption even more. Now, I know this sounds overly simplistic, but finding a passion isn't as hard as people make it seem. Honestly, all you have to do is tone down the amount of dopamine you're getting from sources of consumption and allow yourself to explore different forms of creation. Speaking of which, a great place for you to dip your feet into the water for a variety of different hobbies is Skillshare.com. Skillshare has over 17,000 unique videos teaching you about hundreds of different topics, including things like photography, drawing, productivity, business, and much, much more.
Okay. The next slide, please. Okay. Okay. The previous video is about how I can find my hobbies. And do you have any hobby? Tell us which one you have, classmate, teacher. Do you have any hobby?
Okay, let me help you because I think everybody's a little bit quiet today. I do have many hobbies. Okay, as you know, I'm always talking about food, and there is a reason about that. I love cooking and baking. Those are two of my hobbies. I also like reading a little bit, and I also like cycling. I would say those are like the main four hobbies that I have.
Okay, interesting.
I
What do
like
you
to say, sorry.
Go ahead. No, don't worry.
I like to say something. In that video, it's very interesting because I don't know if everyone knows that dopamine is the potential to make everything. And when you have dopamine with television and cellular and the phone and everything around us, the dopamine just gets. And you just consume the dopamine that the other thing creates for you. And when you have a hobby, the dopamine, you have to create the dopamine to get the passion. So it's very interesting. I don't know if someone thinks about that or knew about that. And I don't know if someone have a comment or something to say.
Well, I had the hobby for me. Is reading a good book. I like reading. I embroider. Luisa dice bordar así, embroider. Patinar, skating.
Roller skating.
Roller skating. Is my perfect. Is my favorite. Skating.
Roller skating.
Yes. And swimming. I like swimming.
Swimming.
Yes, swimming.
And what do you like the most about these activities? Erika?
Yes, I different activities. ¿Cómo digo? Porque soy muy inquieta.
Because you're very active?
Yes. I like dance.
Okay.
Did you take Any lessons, or did you learn alone or with your family, or or what, or how do you learn to dance?
I dance in Castillo Country Club. My family not like no like hobbies. Is en ¿cómo se dice? For me, is my distraction.
Yes.
And who is your partner in dancing?
I'm starting dancing and group. As, dancing uh, baile popular.
Uh-huh. That's very nice. I like dance too.
Yes.
Thank
It's so
you.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Monica, about your comment, that's very
Uh-huh.
important. I think that with you make your practice hobbies and where your exercise, you give the brain serotonin and endorphin. But now with the current hobbies, you give dopamine, hamper pleasure to brain because only you use your cell phone to watch TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. The hobby is very different in the past, for example. I have many hobbies. I like to cook. I like to walk in the mountains, practice hiking. I like to ride a bicycle. Me too. I like to dance.
What do you like the most dance, Rolando? Salsa, bachata, swing?
Well, I have a secret in this group because I am a dance instructor.
Oh,
I
wow.
Oh,
I work.
interesting.
I'm working with Merecumbe about 16 years ago.
Wow.
That's so
Yes,
You're a
yes.
interesting.
professional.
So I love all dance.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's
Oh.
very nice.
Is
Yes.
teacher
Thank
de
you.
Merecumbe.
Oh, okay.
And where do you do hiking?
Around the Costa Rica, and I was visit the Chiripó and say Aranjuez in Punta Arenas, and I don't know, for all the mountains.
You have to go to San
I like.
Ramon. You have to come to
Yes.
San Ramon.
Okay. I was visit let's say Tinajitas.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's very nice. It's very near for Atenas.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
For
you can
when
come.
you when I want to visit Tinajitas,
Uh-huh.
and it's let's say Atajo. Atenas have say, how do you say Atajo, the teacher?
Shortcut.
Shortcut. Okay. Atenas have a shortcut with San Ramon for the mountains.
By
Berlin,
Pategallo. You can
Berlin,
come by
Patagallo.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, it's very near for Tinajitas. Yes.
Mm.
Yes. I went near to Tinajitas yesterday. It was a
Oh, really?
downhill. Yes. Well, I ran in a mountain and in a downhill, and was very funny. That is Yesterday, I found my favorite route for running. Yeah. Yeah. And anyone else?
Come on, guys.
Good
Good night.
Good night.
night.
I want to say about Monica's comment that I think we have a crisis, se dice, teacher?
Yes.
Crisis about this topic because the most hobbies are not healthy, I think, in this moment. And I want the video, please.
Yeah,
Because
we can send it.
I want to share with my family if it's possible. And I
Yes.
have ¿qué boat? No, ¿cómo se dice un par? I have
Both.
A couple.
a couple of hobbies. I like to cook too. And I
Like
want
to what?
cook.
Ah, okay. I understood something different. I was like, what?
Es que dije I want to cook too because two people say the same thing. And I want to practice yoga and I want to walk around.
Okay, and what do you like the most cook? Is it correct?
I cook for love, for love to my family and friends. I like cook a lot of things. I cook desserts and meats and lo que quieran. Ustedes
Oh,
lo que
wow.
quieran, teacher.
Tenemos que
Pide
ir
al
donde
público.
Ginette, Luis. Tenemos que ir donde Ginette. Ya digo que lo que queramos.
Erika, yo le cocino y usted baila con Rolando.
Bueno, está bien, yo voy.
Oh, that's very nice.
I think I love cook because I cook for love, not for every day. It's too different.
Interesting.
It's too different. I think like my mother-in-law, she hates cook because she always cook.
You doesn't cook you don't cook every day, or
No,
you cook? No.
Yes, I cook when I want to cook for my family.
For special
friends.
days.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. Thanks. Anyone else?
Okay, well, in my case, my favorite hobbies are practice boxing and
Oh,
go to the gym. I watch series and anime, and I listen to music.
okay. Okay. What is your favorite anime?
Well, my favorite anime is One Piece.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
it's
very,
great. Yes.
yes, very nice.
Okay, interesting. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Share your hobbies. Okay.
Okay. We are going to talk about our hobbies. So my hobbies, I like run in the mountains. I like mountain bike, but I buy a bicycle 2 months ago because I had a injury in my right leg. So I am trying to get better. So my friends recommend me the mountain bikes. So I am doing that right now and running too. And I like mountain bike very much, but I love running. So that's my favorite hobbies. Then I paint, and I like to paint, and I like to read too.
Okay. I say my hobbies. I love play driving simulation games. I have a steering wheel, and I play Gran Turismo. Do you anyone knows what is Gran Turismo? Or
First,
Yes.
I do.
My sister is Gran Turismo. Ay, ¿cómo se dice? Comparten, Luis.
Share?
Esther, Eduardo Esther,
steering
hobbies
wheel.
for my sister.
Sister.
No, my sister es mi hermano.
Your sister is your hermana.
Ajá, no, con mi hijo, my
Ah,
son, my son,
Son.
my son.
Sí, yo dije que
Sí.
hermana juvenil jugando
No,
Gran
no,
Turismo.
no, my son, Eduardo is.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
What do you think about the movies Gran Turismo?
I liked it. I really liked it. Thank you. I actually watched it very, very like few days ago. Let me know. It was very soon. I don't remember when. Oh, it was on the 15th. I watched it on September 15th, and I liked it. I think it was pretty good.
It's a dream. Yes. Okay. I like go to the gym. I start recently, but I love make exercise. My next hobby is simple, but I enjoyed drive my car without destiny is destino, teacher. Okay, without destiny, only drive my car with my wife, and I like to see all about Formula One or layman's racing. That is my hobby. What do you think about the Formula Uno? Do you like Formula Uno, layman's?
Um, I do like Formula One. I think Formula One is a great sport, and I would love to kind of watch a Grand Prix, like like a real Grand Prix, like go to the place and sit there and see the cars and everything. It's like a dream that I've been holding or keeping with me for a long time because I love Formula One.
Okay, thank you. And that is my hobbies. Can you can pass the slide, please? Okay. Types of hobbies. That is an example, physical or sport hobbies. We can, in this topic, we can see bike, run, swim, soccer. Anyone practice the following disciplines? And what do you think?
Repeat the question, Bernard.
Yes. Anyone practice the following disciplines or the following hobbies? And what do you find interesting about these disciplines or these hobbies?
Um,
Well, I soccer never in the life. Soccer.
Okay.
And swim when I was a little girl. And run one career, ¿qué se dice?
I don't
And
know.
bike never either.
Okay. Thank you, Jeanette.
I anything wrong. I not like wrong.
Why?
Uh, um, the, ay, ¿cómo digo eso? ¿Cómo digo? Ya le digo.
Don't worry.
My family play basket, and they said that run is boring because they run too much, but with objective.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
And when they run, said that it's boring.
Okay. In my personal case, I prefer a bike between run. Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Ah.
I don't like running. I like cycling. Running, not for me. Nor for
Running,
peace.
running, when I was young, I didn't I a lot for competition. The young is not running.
You
Well,
have to run in the
um,
mountains. I'm sorry, Rolando. Go
don't
ahead.
worry. Well, I have hobbies in common with you. With Monica, for example, I like a mountain bike too. I went from Monteverde to La Fortuna in bicycle, and
Wow.
the views of the mountains are the best. It's a great experience.
How many kilometers?
Around 60 kilometers.
Wow.
And with Bernan, I played Gran Turismo when I had a PlayStation 1, maybe 20 years ago. Oh my God. All my games were about cars. I didn't like playing FIFA. But I don't have a PlayStation in this moment
Okay.
because I had problems with my headache,
Okay.
with a lot of headache. So I sailed the PlayStation 1 and I sailed the problems with my head.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I don't play PlayStation now, but I like it.
Okay. Okay. I have the PS1, PS2, and now I have PS4. All at the same time, at the same time. I have the three consoles.
Really?
Yes, yes. I collect them. Yes, and
Uh,
I enjoyed the most the I buy the PS4 only play Gran Turismo. And that is my only game.
For when the PlayStation 5.
No, in PS4.
Yes, but for when do you buy the PlayStation 5? That's very expensive. But
No, I buy a PS4 only. I don't have PS5.
okay.
Yes, yes.
Perfect.
Thank you, Rolando. Anyone else? Anyone swim or play soccer? I think, go ahead.
I love swing. I love soccer. I practice my sisters in family. Soccer. And swing is my, como digo, Luis, mi deporte favorito.
My favorite sport?
My favorite sport is shooting and volleyball.
Okay,
It's love.
interesting. I think swim is so relaxing. To relax, yes.
It's relax so much.
Yes,
It's
yes.
perfect. It's perfect como digo, músculos, para todos los músculos del
For
cuerpo,
all the muscles?
all the muscles. It's perfect. I am
Yes.
therapist. It recommendation. Yo lo recomiendo.
I recommend it.
I recommend this in the persons, for persons.
Actually, I swim 1 time per week because my physical therapist told me to do that for the leg. But it's very relaxing.
Yes.
I love it.
I
Feel
swim.
the water in the body.
Swim a lot, but
Sí.
it's good.
I was in swimming lessons too, because I don't swimming very well. But I was in swimming lessons, and I can't play soccer because of a problem with my back.
Me too.
Really?
Yes.
Yes, I have let's say hernia discal.
Hernia discal. I swim. Rolando,
Hernia,
for hernia
Yes.
discal.
Excuse me?
I swim for hernia discal. ¿Lo nadas por tu hernia?
No specific, but well, I realized it that I have practices a lot of hobbies, but I ride a bike, I can swim, I practice dance and practice hiking, a lot of sports, but I have a big problem when I practice a soccer. I don't know why, but I have problem with. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Se salvó Messi.
And
Okay.
do you know the soccer is the most played hobby in Costa Rica? So I don't know why. I don't know why. But it's the most played.
Interesting fact.
Yeah. I don't know if someone else wants to talk or give us some other examples for physical or sports hobbies.
For examples. 4 ejemplos, ¿sabes, Mónica?
Like dance, like dance.
Okay. For example, dancing. It's relaxed.
Baseball, maybe.
Baseball.
Baseball. Basketball.
Mhm.
Tennis.
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 I like play
Mhm.
tennis, yes.
Ping pong
Ping
Ping pong.
pong.
is
Yes.
good.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm, uh, Badminton. It's badminton.
Volleyball.
Badminton.
Volleyball. Badminton or badminton?
Bat. Como de
Bat.
bad guy, badminton.
Badminton.
Mhm. Right now, it's an sport that is increasing. I don't know, is that correct? Increasing the people who are playing, but I don't remember the name. It's between tennis and ping pong. It's like
Remington.
no.
No.
I don't know if someone knows the name. I know that a lot of gringos are playing that sport, but it's like uh,
I don't
Eh,
know.
I don't remember.
Hockey?
Is it the one that is called pickleball?
Pickleball, yes, pickleball. In
Who's
San Ramon
pickleball?
is very popular. Yeah, it's between ping pong and tennis. It's a different racket, raqueta. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice raqueta?
Yes,
Racket.
racket.
Racket and a different ball.
Mhm.
No sabía que existía.
Pickleball.
Me neither.
You know, the new sport is horse riding with wooden horses.
Um,
It's a horse riding vegano.
I actually read some.
I see the new and I don't know Facebook or Instagram. You practice horse riding with wooden horses. Is I don't know that for me it's very stupid, but I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
It reminds me
Is
when
it
I was a
strangers'
kid
hobbies?
and I had like a horse and that had like a wooden stick, like the one of a broom, como el palo de una escoba, and it had like the head of a horse. But I was a kid. So I mean back then I think it was okay.
Right now.
I want like to practice hockey. And
Hockey.
yes,
Interesting.
it's interesting. It's explosivo, ¿cómo lo digo? Es
Explosive?
explosive. Uy,
Boom. Boom.
I like practice. Algún día lo haré.
Yes,
I
it's
think
interesting.
hockey is very hard. Is because they crash with the wall.
Por
I
eso
don't
me
know.
gusta, Mónica. Por eso me gusta.
Ah, no, be careful with your teeth.
In this case, do you like play football, American football? Football?
Oh, yes. Si fuera un poquito más grande, pero no lo soy.
No.
Or rugby? Do you know is rugby?
Rugby is interesting.
Yes.
Oh.
I think it's similar
It's
with
different.
football.
It's just it's different. It's different and the interesting in is on the Luis fuertes, de personas fuertes,
Strong people?
strong people.
When I see a video when after the play started, the both teams see I forget how I can say uno al frente al otro.
One in front of the other.
One front of the other, and one team makes a dance. The dance name is haka. Do you know is haka?
I love Haka.
It's so interesting. Haka is a dance make de los guerreros antiguos, warriors.
Ancient warriors.
Yes, but I forget. Sorry, I say it in Spanish. Es una danza de guerra de como guerreros antiguos hawaianos, and it's so interesting. See, I share a video before the finish the class.
It's like
They
piece. Sorry,
don't worry, Rolando. Go.
it's like a dance from the movie the Rock in the Fast and Furious. No,
Yes,
Oh,
creo que es eso.
yes, and the Moana Maui mates too.
Yes, it's Moana and Maui.
Uh-huh.
In the Rock Cup, it's dance for movies. Él hace una danza así en La Roca.
I don't know. It's new for me, but when you say the Hawaiian dance for the war, I think about this movie when I when he go to the war, previous the war, all the people dance. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's haka.
Haka.
Yes, it's to intimidate the another team. It's like that, and it's so interesting. Okay.
I think they use the Haka in a lot of scenarios because I saw a funeral and
Yes.
a grade in college and in the airport for somebody
Receive the people.
received, yes, and church, I think too, and it's very special for them, and
Yes.
I feel the energy and
Me
the
too. Me too.
emotion
Yes. Yes.
emotionally.
It's so interesting. Okay, Monica,
Okay, I
go ahead. Go ahead.
I seen the dance in YouTube in this moment, but
Yes,
it's the
me
same.
too.
It's the same for the movie.
Yes.
The people they hit their bodies and I don't say
Makes a intimidate move and make weird faces.
yes. They hit to your foot for on the wood and hit your body. Says that's very interesting. It's like I say a Brazilian dance. I forget
Yes.
the name.
It's capoeira.
Capoeira.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. That's an interesting hobby.
Yes.
This is it. Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. Interesting facts. Jan Mardenborg, I think is the pronunciation, went from playing car racing video games to being a professional driver. This he is the inspiration about the Gran Turismo movies, and that it's interesting facts.
That is your dream.
Yes, it's my dream. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Well, I heard a story that the person managed to land and plane to land a plane with the experience of video games. I don't know what let's say piloto pilot. No,
Racing driver, I think.
But if it's for planes or helicopters, it'll be a pilot.
pilot.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't know why with the pilot. I think it's a problem with your heart, but some people in the fly and manage to learn and playing with the experience for video games. It's a same history, but it's a experienced driver a car with the experience for video games.
Yes. Yes. Did you know about this case, the Jan Modern Board?
Now it's in my case it's new for me.
Okay.
I knew because of the movie. So
Yes. Okay. That's is another types of hobbies. We had read movies and board games. That is related about intellectual hobbies. I find interesting play. I forget the name, but it move the pieces. Ajedrez. I don't know
chess,
how.
chess,
Yes. Okay. I
chess.
find interesting test. Yes.
Me too. I want to learn how to play chess.
I think I think too much when I play test. Yes.
It's not test, but chess.
You can write, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
I think chess
Test.
is
Okay.
is very important for life because chess learn us to make life movements. I don't know. Actually, in my daughter's school, they have um, materia. ¿Cómo se dice materia?
Subject?
Subject. One subject is chess.
Oh,
Imagine
interesting.
how cool. That would be so cool. I would love it.
Yes.
Yes. I think it stimulated mind and made the pensamientos is no, I'm not thinking. How I can say pensamientos?
Close. Thought.
How?
Thought.
Okay, that the
Thought.
stimulated thoughts.
Sorry,
Yes.
my capital letter case is open, is activated. I didn't notice. Thought. I already wrote it there. Thought.
Okay.
You
Okay.
have played Dixit for board games?
No, you can tell us about that. I don't know.
It's a super interesting game. I played this game with house friends. I don't know explain that that's very difficult with my English, but It
Oh,
it has cards
okay.
with very uh, funny imagines, fun imagines and crazy imagines. It's very crazy. And each person have to say a word or phrase. I say phrase,
Phrase.
phrase, a word or phrase. For example, I don't know, war, love, or I don't know. And everyone has to give them a letter um, that is about love, or I don't know the word. And there, everyone has to try to guess what the speaker card is.
Oh, interesting.
And yes, entonces es como que usted le dice el nombre, selecciona una carta y dice, bueno, la carta es de, no sé, soledad. Entonces todos le dan una carta que tenga que ver algo con, y luego usted tiene que hacer como una votación para saber cuál es la carta del speaker, para la persona que lo dijo. Y las cartas son muy locas a veces. Sí, te lo
Okay.
recomiendo.
What's
Okay,
the
okay,
name?
find it.
The
Dixit.
You can put in the message, Rolando, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Dixit.
Fix it. Okay.
Cuando
Yes.
hagamos la reunión, la grabación, yo lo llevo, porque lo tuve que comprar.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. It's interesting.
Okay, my hobbies is read. I love read. I know movies, games. No like. For read, yes.
what do you
Um,
like to read? About
Um,
what?
La Quinta Montaña, ahora es leer la hija de Riff, es de la guerra de Hitler. I love Stephen King. It's preferred. It's different. Read.
That's nice.
I can read the Los Hornos de Hitler. The people say me it's so interesting, and I don't have opportunity to buy this book, but I think it's so interesting. Do you know, Erika, this book?
No, it's repeat the name.
Los Hornos de Hitler.
Los Hornos de Hitler.
Yes.
And I recommend La Ladrona de Libros. Bernard is
Okay.
good.
Okay, I
Los
write this recommended.
Thank you. Los
Me too.
to learn. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting facts. Studies show how increase IQ in a student, stimulate creativity, improve memories, strengthens concentration, prevents Alzheimer, and stimulate the creation of yeah, dendritis. Sorry. I think it's so important make these hobbies, because I think the technology made the mind lazy, and I think it's so important increase the memories, stimulate the mind. What do you think about that? Or what do you think the technology influence today in our minds?
I think that intellectual hobbies are not as practiced as they should, but I do think that everyone should have at least one intellectual hobby. Because again, as you're saying, they help. Probably they create synapses, which is like the connections between neurons, if I'm not wrong. And as you said, it also helps to prevent Alzheimer and probably many other diseases.
Yes.
So besides, let's remember that the brain is like a muscle. So we need to exercise the brain, and the best way to exercise it is practicing intellectual hobbies. So
Yes.
Bernam, I think that playing board games helps to exercise the brain. But I also consider that technology can be an evil or a good, depending on the use we
Yes.
can give it. Yes.
Yes, yes. It's depends, yes.
Yes. If I see TikToks every day, every time, it's no good practice. But if you make the technology for, I don't know, read, make a play a games about you can exercise the brain. I don't know. Es un mal necesario, pues.
Yes, yes, yes. It depends the case.
It depends.
You're right.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much,
I-
Rolando.
I
Go ahead.
heard, I don't know, somewhere that right now are a lot of kids that had autism, and that maybe is for phones without control, because with the phone the kid can just pass, and when they found something that they like, they had already there, and they don't have to do anything to do to give the dopamine to give the satisfaction. So right now the kids in the world are more autism. I don't know if that is true, but I heard in some place.
Yes, it's an interesting fact.
Yes. If in fact it is not recommended to give a cell phone to children under 5 years old, because the pleasure that technology give then can later be found in drugs.
Mhm.
That's
There is
very
something.
interesting. Yes,
Yes. It's
and dangerous.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Rolando. Okay. You can okay.
Okay. Another types of hobbies is precision hobbies, that they consist of activities that require fine motor skills, precise to use your fingers, and a high degree of concentration, like modeling, gardening, and painting. What else do you think is a precision hobby?
maybe sewing.
What is that?
What is
Sorry.
sewing?
Sewing, coser.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you have to be very precise, otherwise you might just ruin the piece of clothing. I don't think I could do sewing, for example.
I repair myself the the rope.
Hey.
Sorry.
The what?
I repair myself the clothes. Yes.
Oh, that's really cool.
Wow. With
My
your
mother
hands or
learned me.
with your or with a machine?
My hands. My mother learned me coser. Sorry.
Taught you, not learn, taught you how to sew.
Sorry.
Taught comes from the verb teach. So when somebody like teaches you something, you were taught
Okay,
or
thank
you
you.
learn.
Okay.
I forget to say that I love make homemade things, teacher. ¿Cómo era que se decía manualidad?
Handcrafts.
Handcrafts.
Mhm.
Y tejer, ¿cómo se decía?
Knitting.
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 I like knitting and make t-shirts sublimadas and
You do that?
tops. Yes,
Wow.
Wow.
for home.
For hobby?
I
Yes.
think it's an art. These hobbies.
Yes, I make t-shirts and cups and how to say gorras.
It's not back. I think.
Viseras, and I like design in Illustrator and Photoshop.
Wow.
Yes,
I think it's
it's a
complicated.
precision hobby.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
I think it's complicated. Use Photoshop.
It's complicated, but I
Yes.
take a course, I don't know
Wow.
how to say, in FundaTEC,
Wow.
Illustrator and Photoshop.
Wow.
Yes. It's so ¿cómo? Teacher. Satisfactorio cuando uno termina un proyecto.
Satisfactory.
Satisfactory. Yes.
You made dopamine.
Yes.
I start very well with the puzzles, but I don't have patience, so it doesn't end so well.
I gardening, embroidery. Gardening is my house is so much plants, Luis. Is correct.
Many plants.
Many plants. Embroidery is relaxed.
I think gardening is an art. Care the plants is so hard, I think.
My husband is passion hobbies in gardening.
Wow.
Entonces es como el hobby de él arrastrado hacia mí.
But do you like it?
Yes, I like is the gardening is the plants favorite. My husband is plantas carnívoras.
Wow.
Wow.
It's in a collection de plants carnívoras.
And what
You
the
can
plants eat? Flies or what?
¿Como cuántas tenemos, gordo?
Oh.
¿Cómo digo? Empezamos con una.
Well, we, because it's you, We started
Okay, tiene como, like, 25.
Wow.
Les ha ido sacando hijos y las ha ido reproduciendo él. And the COVID is, the husband is, 3. Ay, ¿cómo se dicen esos arbolitos? No, 3. Ay, Dios, se me fue el arbolito que siembra Diego. Bonsais.
Oh,
Is the
this
hobby,
is
is
so
my
beautiful.
husband
Yes.
is bonsais.
You can
Um,
share the photos to see these plants and these
Yeah.
trees.
I like to see the carnivores.
It's
Yes, it's
beautiful.
interesting. Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful the plants. It's interesting, cómo se reproducen y son re caras, pero de una que compramos ya tenemos como 25
Wow.
y de diferentes especies, así. Y todo el mundo le pregunta que cómo lo hace. Y no sé, que tiene esa habilidad. tiene-
And how give the food or I don't know is correct, but how you can
Eat it.
feed them. Mm-hmm.
yes.
in the plants.
Mm-hmm.
Is no, ¿cómo digo tierra?
Earth.
No use terrex, use fibra de coco,
Coconut fiber.
coconut fiber.
Oh,
Y
wait.
no use tierra.
Oil.
But you don't or they not eat insects.
Meat.
No,
Yes.
no. I depend.
The plant by you or not?
Depend the plants. Is
Okay.
hay plants, ¿cómo digo? Atraen los bichos.
They attract the insects or the bugs.
I attract the insects in the box. It is for aroma, Luis, in English.
Smell.
Mer. Ellas son
Smell.
Wow.
Remember the
small,
S.
tienen como un aroma que atraen los insectos.
Okay,
Wow.
they have like an odor.
Ujú. Thank you.
Wow. It's
Smell.
interesting to see.
Perdón.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Smell como de oler.
Uh-huh.
Perdón, Luis. Eso es aroma, también se dice así.
Exactly. You also have odor.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to give you an interest fact. Another, because that was very interesting.
Yes.
In England, they make an annual Western Supermare Sand Sculpture Festival, and the arts make art in sand like this, and it's very popular and it's very beautiful. And I think it's very, very, very beautiful.
Wow. It's different.
Yes. Okay. Then social or exchange hobbies like cosplay, language learning, and collecting. They consist of activities that involve dealing with other people and negotiation. Do you know or participate or know someone to participate in cosplay concursos? ¿Cómo se dice concursos?
Contest.
Contest.
I think I do. I don't know, I mean, I haven't talked to that friend in a long time, but I had a friend and she really liked to practice or do cosplay. So she would dress up as many art anime characters.
Wow. That is very interesting.
Sorry, what is cosplay?
Cosplay is when someone costume and plays like some personaje,
Character.
¿cómo?
Character.
Character. Ajá. For example, I don't know, Star Wars characters or animes or I don't know, whatever they want, but they have to play like the character and costume like the character, and
Yeah.
they make a contest around the world about that. Here in Costa Rica, I don't know, I think they make here a contest, but I don't know when or where.
In National Stadium, maybe.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
And it's also common in Japan.
Yes, it started in Japan in 1970s, I think. Yes. And do you know another exchange or social hobbies? I think
I
someone,
think,
sorry.
don't worry. I think I have seen something similar here, especially with the anime, or no?
Yes,
Yes.
It's
Okay.
that is cosplay also. When people dressed up as anime, like
Yes.
Pokemon or Zoids or any of those.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
I think someone says the collect something, but I don't remember who.
I collect the coffee bags.
Coffee bags?
Yes. Let me show you. I have this carpet with
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
I love the coffee and I collect the all
Ahí,
bags coffee I drink.
ahí le falta un paquete.
Yes. Yes.
I coffee the Panama is, ¿cómo se llama el café de Panamá? The chai. Geisha. Bernal is good.
Sorry?
Geisha. Is the coffee, ¿verdad? The page is the coffee, the collection.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. In
Coffee bags.
Panama, in Panama is the coffee and the number is geisha.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay. I need taste it. But in this carpet, I don't have the old bags because I cut the bags and prepare to put inside the bags. But it's my I collect them. Yes.
Well, I got. Sorry.
No, Rolando.
I would like to collect watches, but it is a very expensive hobby, so I don't have that many.
Watches?
Watches.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's very expensive hobby.
Yes.
Can you imagine owning a Rolex?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
But I get the idea. There are many beautiful watches. Many. Like I've seen many, and they're just like really pretty.
I hope someday can buy a Rolex. The last time I have one in my hand. It's
Wow.
yeah, it's very nice.
Yes.
Watches are a piece of
watches.
art.
In the number 12, 6, 3, and 9 have RBs, and the
Wow.
other numbers have
Gold.
I say diamantes, diamonds.
Diamonds.
Yes.
Oh my God, can you
I
Well,
imagine?
wish porcelanas.
And the bracelet is was a gold.
Mhm. Wow.
Maybe 12 millions.
Wow.
12 millones.
Well,
El carro mío.
Mucha
Dios.
plata tiene.
Demasiada plata de reloj.
Yes.
I think the watches, let me think. I think the watches made another look, made how I can say, fino. I don't know how to say in English.
Like
It's
elegant.
elegant, yes. I love watches. Me too.
I
It's
love
a
watches. Or no, tan elegant. That Rolando is expensive.
Yes, I like the fossil watches. It's elegant watch and no let's say no expensive and no cheaper. It's so it's a very good watch for
how many watches do you have?
and this moment night watches.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow.
my husband collect watch too, and but
Really?
he has yes, but he has two Rolex. Nah, no, yes,
Monica,
no. He has like 8, but
8.
it's yeah, it's sport watch and elegant and casual, but it's expensive hobby.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I just have one.
I don't have money for expensive hobby.
Yeah, I just have one, and I don't take it off.
And watch the swing is beautiful.
I had a coworker who was 75 watches.
No, wow. An expensive
Yeah.
one or not?
Yes, yes, expensive. They're very expensive. And I tell with him it's very interesting because have solar watches and the battery watches and I say mechanic. So and he in his house put I don't know 5, 8 watches in your arm and walk around the house for a charger your watches because this kind of watch don't use battery and charge it with the move.
Yes,
And
was like oldest ones. The
excuse me?
oldest ones? The oldest watches was
No,
like
no,
this. No?
no specific. The news. I have one for this kind. Is new, but it's very complicated. I don't know because when I use this watch, the hour is I don't know is different now for the real time.
You have to walk.
The other watches he put in the window for charger with the sun. So it's a hobby every time.
I have a Garmin for sports, and I know that the newest is it works with the sunlight and charge with the sunlight. So you don't have
Yes.
to charge the watch, and it's very beautiful, but it's very expensive. I want it, but when this stopped working, maybe I get
Yes.
that.
Guys, small parenthesis, just in case you were wondering, those type of watches, the one that Rolando was mentioning, those are called self-winding watches, which are the watches that are like charged because of the movement of your wrist.
Mm,
Self-winding
Self-winding.
watches.
Wow. Okay.
But it's self-winning.
Self-winding.
Self-winding watches.
Ah, yes. Yes, self-winning watches. Yes. Like a
My-
worker
my-
put a knife and
Yeah.
self-winding watches in your arm with your left arm, a knife for your right arm, and walk around
The house.
in your house for charger the self-winning watches.
My grandfather has one. That was because that was why I was telling you that, because I was thinking that was the oldest ones, but no. Okay. Language learning another language allows the brain to better perform mentally demanding tasks. That this includes executive abilities such as planning and problem solving. That is a part of language learning. So Luis is helping us to our abilities such as planning and solving problems.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, and
you can send me chocolates as a gift, and I'll be
okay.
and I would accept them.
And where are you? I know, maybe 11 October 11. I'm going to give you about something.
Okay.
Okay, types of hobbies: alone, when you are making alone the hobby, and in a group, when you are in a group making the hobby or playing the hobby. Which type do you prefer, alone or in a group?
I like both.
I
Go ahead. Kim.
okay, alone is the pen. I love swing alone. Is relaxed. In group, dancing is perfect in group. O sea, pueden ser los dos.
Okay. Someone else?
I was saying that I like both as well. When it comes to reading, I like for it to be alone and hopefully in a silent environment. I don't like I cannot read when there is like too much noise, but I also like group hobbies. Like for example, board games. The more the merrier. Like I really like board games when there are many people. Or there was another one, or which was or cycling. With cycling, I like it when there's more people, not too many people, but more people. So for example, if I can go with 1, 2, or 3 more people for like cycling, to go for a ride, that would be like ideal or perfect for me. But I can also do it alone. I don't mind doing it alone.
Okay. Did you make cycling in a road, not in the mountains?
My bike is mountain, it's like a mountain bike.
Mhm.
But I like half and half, like 50-50. Cause I don't love when people literally get like in a coffee plantation or they do that and they're cycling through those, I don't know, roads. But I don't like roads that are too hectic. For example, I live very close to Ruta 32 I mean, I don't love Ruta 32. It is like too hectic. There are many cars. So like I would say like 50-50.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. In this slide, we can see a common hobbies. We all talk about talk about these hobbies. I think we talk we talk about gastronomy or sports, gardening, and this is a example, right? We we had a gardening, reading, handcraft, dancing, photography, bird watching. I love bird watching, language learning, blogging, and cosplay. Okay. That is a question. What hobby would you like to try in the future?
Chess. I really want to try chess.
Yes, it's interesting. In my case, I need one in one time practice cartismo. I need them.
What is cartismo?
Son carreras pero son carros pequeños, digamos, son
Go cars.
go-karts. Ajá.
Okay.
Aunque voy a practicar, aunque voy a ir bastante a menudo a los go-karts, a Curriabat o a, ¿dónde es el otro?
Santana,
Santana.
my son practice go-karts in Santana.
We need go there. It's so amazing. I don't know. I don't have words to 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 explain, but it's I don't know. This activity made me happy. Made me so happy. I
Yes,
enjoyed it too much.
I will like the
Okay,
photography
photography.
is me
I
gustaría.
need the physical hobby. I need fall in love with something, something to make me move. And I am looking for because I like run. I can't. I love yoga and I can't for the moment. And I have a problem with the thyroid and I need more activities, more physical activities. And if you have some advice to me, is welcome. Very
You can
welcome.
try walk with I don't know how to say chaleco, but it's a chaleco with weight And this is I cannot run, me too. And this is a way to make exercise.
Yes,
What?
I have but no chaleco. How to say chaleco? I have a pesas para las piernas.
Okay.
Jeanette, I had to try it Pilates.
Yes, but Pilates is similar to yoga. I can't for the moment because my shoulder have a lesson.
Mhm. Okay.
Guys, sorry,
Um,
just to interrupt very quick. For Ginette and Bernan, it's called vest. That's how
Oh,
you say chaleco, vest.
best.
And en lesson no existe, Ginette. Lesson is lección.
it's a
What you have
lesson like
injury.
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 I
This
don't have
is
injury. Okay, I have my shoulders injury.
Okay.
But maybe you can walk, just walk.
Yes, I walk.
Ginette, and haven't you thought about trying water sports like swimming or something?
Yes, I must be. I debería.
Mhm.
Must be swing, but I don't like so much. But
Okay.
it's a good advisor.
What? Jeanette?
Because I don't want to wet my hair every day.
But you can start doing it like twice a week, and then you go Mondays and Fridays. So you wash your hair Mondays and Fridays, and that's it.
Yes, yes. Somebody like that I need.
And what happened with your thyroid?
I don't know. I have no sé cómo decir que no es adquirido, sino genético.
Or hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism or
Hipo,
not?
hipo.
I have that too. I have Hashimoto. And
I
it's
do,
inflammatory. It's a mess.
but I don't know that until 10 years late.
Yeah, me too. Last year, I found that last year. So, well, but it's a mess. We are always a mess. But yeah, you have to do exercise.
Yes,
A little bit.
because it's so important to
Move.
los procesos inflamatorios y desinflamatorios. Tradúzcame, profe.
Anti-inflammatory processes, I guess.
Yes,
And with
I need move.
yeah, and with the food, you have to be careful with the food.
Yes,
So.
I don't eat gluten about 3 years ago.
Yes, me too. Yeah. But well, I would like to sing.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. I don't know if I sing well, but I would like to try to do that in the future.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I know that I sing horrible, but I would like to. I wish I had a nice voice to sing, but I don't.
Yeah. Maybe, you don't know. Maybe. I think with the lessons and with some help, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. And play
Go
some
to karaoke.
with a karaoke, I don't know. Yes.
I like everything that has to do with cars. I like practice go-karts too. I went to the Wasima, for example. But I don't have anything planned for the future. At this moment, I am fulfilling that hobby because I bought a motorcycle and I normally go out on Sundays to ride, and that I don't know. I practice everything.
Which car
Yep.
do you have, Rolando?
Excuse me?
Which car do you have? I hear you racing the Wasima.
No. I visit the Guasima,
Okay.
but
Okay,
no
okay.
the competition. My
Okay.
car is a I don't know. No, it's a very fast car for competition. And Guasima is I'll say todoterreno. It's
Okay. So
for
SUV. I think it's SUV.
yes.
Okay. We need go to go-karts.
Of course. Aquí tenemos que ir a comer olla carne, tenemos que jugar, tenemos que ir a go-karts. Hay mucho para
Ahí veo que sí. Que hay muchas, ¿cómo es? Muchas tareas en la lista y nada de que se hacen. Thank you.
Okay. Benefits or having a hobby. Help people to disconnect from daily routine. Avoids stress, avoids isolation and loneliness, avoids sedentary life in some cases, promotes creativity and increase self-esteem. Do you think there are other benefits that you can say?
Yes, the benefits is ¿cómo se dice? The benefits is salud mental, Luis, please.
Mental health.
Mental health and relax.
I think less stress.
Very important. Yes. Anyone else? Okay. You can put the next slide. Okay, it's a little video about the strange hobbies.
I'm Simon Whistler, you're watching Top 10's Net, and in the video today, we're looking at some of the world's strangest hobbies. We've all got ways to spend our leisure time. Some of us watch sports, some of us play games, and some of us get a little more creative, especially in England for some reason. In the video today, we're going to be looking at 10 particularly strange hobbies. Let's get started.
The top 10 strangest hobbies in the world. Number 10, mooing. We all know there are people superb at imitating animal calls, but believe it or not, there is such a thing as competitive mooing. Shockingly, these contests tend to take place in rural locations noted for their dairy, like Wisconsin. Yes, this does sound absolutely ridiculous, but thankfully we live in the era of the internet, so we're going to link to some videos of this below. Number 9. Faking your death. Chuck Lamb is better known as the dead body guy. He wanted to be an actor, but unlike most aspiring actors, he was able to admit himself that he wasn't very good at speaking roles, so he went for non-speaking roles, namely the role of corpse number 3. To support this, he regularly posts staged photos of his death, and hey, it's gotten him a small career as a horror icon. He even has online tributes. Number 8. Competitive dog grooming. We all know about dog competitions, but what you may not know is that grooming a poodle to look stupid is a highly competitive subculture. Those photos you see floating around the internet of a dog that looks like a ninja turtle or a dragon or a panda or a tiger, they're all real, and they're all part of competitive dog grooming. They're mostly put on by the National Dog Groomers Association of America, but there are a bunch more across the country, much to the suffering and sadness of dogs across the country. Number 7. Milk bottle collecting. Paul Luke likes milk. Not as in he enjoys a nice cold glass with lunch, as in he's kind of really into milk as a hobby. So much so that not only does the former milkman and current dairy sales rep have a milk bottle collection, he has over 10,000 milk bottles and actually had to build a museum to keep all of them. It's worth explaining that for decades milk bottles would have various kinds of advertisements and art designs on them, so it's not just a strange hoarding thing. However, he's just the tip of the iceberg of an entire network of milk bottle collectors who share, trade, and talk about milk bottles. But hey, at least it's a heck of a conversation piece. Number 6. Soap carving. Yep, the practice of criminals in bad prison movies is not just a character quirk, but an actual hobby. People take bars of commercial soap and carve them into beautiful sculptures, which then have to be carefully sealed, or they'll kind of cease to exist. This isn't some sort of casual thing either. Soap carving requires a whole set of tools and techniques, mostly learned by carving fruit. Only once you've got your practice in fruit carving can you become a soap carver. Number 5. Tape art. This is the simple and elegant art of, well, taking a cassette tape, like those you get from the 1980s, pulling out all of the magnetic tape from the inside, and using it to create a portrait of the artist. Even as art hobbies go, this one is fairly obscure and only really got started a few years ago, but there are some pretty impressive examples of the form out there. Believe it or not, this hobby is actually becoming fairly common among the hip right now, and some impressive portraits have been done. It's just not for anybody who fears the integrity of their prized slippery when wet cassette. Number 4. Train spotting. No, it's not just the name of a movie about heroin, it's an actual hobby. Train spotting is exactly what it sounds like. People watch for trains, and when they see them, they write down the numbers of the train. Train spotters basically collect seeing certain types, tracking trains in certain regions, or seeing all the rolling stock from a certain company. Yes, that's all there is to it, and yes, it is a real hobby, and yes, more than one person does this. Number 3. Naval fluff collecting. Graham Barker collects his own naval fluff. He has a Guinness World Record recognizing his collecting of the stuff for more than 20 years. He started in 1984, keeps it all in carefully labeled jars, and has greeted every single question about why he collects naval fluff with "why not?" No word on whether he's ever got a reply like "because it's disgusting." All we can say is that it must be a great icebreaker at parties, or something. Number 2. Extreme ironing. Yes, as in removing the wrinkles from your clothes, that kind of ironing. People find weird or unusual ways to set up their ironing boards, and do so, and then iron their clothes. Granted, extreme ironers are not entirely serious about their hobby. It's as much about exploration, hiking, climbing, and other physical activities normal people do, as much as it is about actually pressing a shirt. Even so, they had a world championship, which makes us wonder how long it'll be before they get endorsement deals involved. Number 1. Hikaru Dorandango. Also known as polishing dirt. If it sounds weird, it is, but believe it or not, it's possible. Essentially, you make a ball of mud and draw the moisture out of it while coating it with finer and finer grains of soil. Then you work the dirt by hand, polishing it into a high-gloss sphere. You're making art with your hands quite literally.
I'm sorry, that was the end of the video. Okay.
Okay.
Huh?
And the last question, which hobby do you think is the strangest? I find one happened in Germany, and it's with thought fights. The people put from another and put your foot from the other and fight with his toe, and I think it's so weird.
I
What
think
do
the
you? Don't worry, go ahead.
I think the strangest is the iron in the in the sky.
Yes.
Um, those who were in the eye win the iron. Iron is correct. This iron or iron.
To say what?
Those who were in the high with the
Iron.
Oh, with
iron.
the iron.
Yeah,
Iron.
I know practice is the part.
Okay, I am going to give you a phrase. If you have no problems at your job, you don't have a job. You've got a hobby. And it's a little video because I know it's late, but it's a little video.
Best one yet.
Very funny, and that is Olaf hobby. That is otra vez. Collecting pine seeds. Well, I don't know what's the name of that. And thank you. And now we are going to do a Kahoot for game.
Okay. I need pass a link. I need put in the chat, or I can send in WhatsApp. Okay. You can put the next pin. Let me. Screen share zone. Okay. You can see my screen. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. With the link, you put this pin and write the name, and we can see your name in the screen. Okay, teacher, you can play.
Okay, I'm gonna join right now.
Don't worry. ¿Saben cómo se juega Kahoot?
Sí.
Okay. Teacher, I'm waiting for you. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I start. Okay. Here, right? It's dopamine. Okay. Excellent. Teacher, you're on fire. Excellent. The answer is I do it in free time.
Blue Gran Turismo.
Yes. It's a video game. Y pass the, okay. Excellent. Come on, guys. Pueden alcanzarlo, profe. And these cars. We talk about types of hobby. How many? Okay. The correct answer is 4. Okay. A benefit of hobbies. Yes.
Teacher,
Tell me.
hi teacher. Teacher, yo hasta ahorita me puedo conectar porque no hace mucho llegué a mi casa y es que hubo un accidente, no tenía internet en mi teléfono, no tenía cómo avisar, sinceramente. Hoy vieron un tema nuevo, imagino, o era
No.
quiz. Estaba revisando lo del calendario que habías mandado,
Mhm.
algo así.
Okay, let them finish with the activity and then we can talk about it.
Ujú,
Okay.
ok.
Self-esteem, yes. It's Monica hobby. Is it Monica hobby? Excellent. Creo que el teacher se lo llevó. Bicycle.
It's a
Okay.
Rolex, Rolo. The price is a Rolex, so you have
Oh my God.
to.
Okay. With the last question. Hobby. My hobby. Excellent. Okay. And oh yes, I love drive a car. And the podium is the teacher.
Teacher, qué mal me caes.
No se vale, no se vale.
Y
What can I
Rolo
do?
ni lo soporto.
I was paying attention. I was paying attention. So
No te soporto.
Okay. And that's it. Thank you so much, classmate, teacher, to pay attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we hope that you enjoyed the hobby lesson. Speak.
thank you
lesson.
guys. It was a very nice speaking session. I think I'm speaking for all of us when I say that we had lots of fun. I did notice that some of you guys were too quiet. So, be careful with that part. That is the first thing. And second thing, before I let you go, because already past 8. So what I was gonna tell you is, as Rose was mentioning, this week we have a test. It's an oral test. However, of course, we're not gonna do it today. So just for you to know that on Wednesday, we're gonna have a speaking quiz. Okay, so be ready. I think the good thing of having the speaking session today is that some of you were able to practice your speaking skills. So now you can go ahead and comment on Wednesday, ready for the speaking quiz. On Wednesday, I'm gonna give you more details.
Teacher,
Okay.
Tell me.
es que estaba viendo lo de las clases, ¿verdad?
Yes?
Y me pareció que no está la 8 y la 9. Está la 7 y brinca la 10.
In the links that I sent.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna check that part.
Okay.
Guys, any other question?
And the oral test, is with everyone or is alone?
I have two possibilities. I have not set my mind on one specific possibility, but I was thinking about making it like in front of everyone, so you can present something for the rest of the class. So that is the possibility. That's it. I mean, I have this one, and also to make it individually, I like you and me, but I like the other one a little bit more. And still, on Wednesday, I'm gonna let you know or give you more details, but I'm kind of liking a little bit more the ability of, or not the ability, sorry, the option of going for something that is a little bit more out there, more public.
Okay. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay, guys, any other question or concern?
No, teacher.
Nope. Okay, well, in that case, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, of your night. Take care, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Make sure that you practice your speaking skills, since on Wednesday you're gonna need them.
Thank you so much, teacher, classmate.
Okay.
Good
Good
evening.
Bye.
Good
Finally
evening.
win, teacher.
Good night.
Bye, take care.
Ciao.
Teacher, ¿le puedo robar 5 minutos al final de la clase?
Of course you can.
Thank you. Teacher, en el caso mío, que
Oh, wait.
yo
Oh, you don't, wait.